Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Caleb Brooks. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. David out of town, visiting family down there in Mobile. Caleb pinch hitting for him. We always appreciate Caleb being with us today. A lot to talk about. As always, of course, you had the NFL draft this past weekend. Not very eventful for the Auburn Tigers, kind of hearkening back to 2013 when only one Auburn Tiger taken in the NFL draft. This is what we talk about quite often. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes, and if you don't have the players, then you're not going to be successful in the SEC and in any sport, and that kind of was borne out in the NFL draft. Auburn not going to have 6 guys sign free agent deals. We'll talk about some of those. It was a good weekend for Auburn on the softball diamond. They took 2 of 3 from the Georgia Bulldogs. We talked about that as we finished up the week last week with Auburn and Georgia kind of being they were on the same level. They had a similar record coming in. Georgia was or is one of the most powerful hitting teams in the SEC. So Auburn being able to come in and win those 2 out of 3 was very, very good, especially for their confidence moving forward as they only one series left before the SEC tournament. Auburn goes up to Knoxville and loses 2 of 3. They do. Just winning a game right now, with the best start in SEC history. It is what it is. Tennessee has started off phenomenally this year. Auburn able to go up there and get one, not get swept. That is a good thing. They took it to the 8th inning. It was a tie game on Sunday, and another 2-run homer for Tennessee gets them over the hump and off Joseph Gonzalez, and they are able to win that one 5-3. So we'll kind of break that down a little bit. Auburn gets a big-time commitment on the basketball side, John A. Broome. So we'll talk about that and talk about what that means for this Auburn basketball team moving forward. Still one scholarship out there that could go to maybe a Julian Phillips. He visited and was very, very impressed. Now, what does Auburn need to make this team a really big-time – I think they are a contender already, but what maybe could put them over the edge? Would it be a Julian Phillips? I mean, obviously you would take him. He's a 5-star guy, but a lot's been made about Auburn needing an outside shooting talent, and that was one of the things that was missing off the team this year, an inability to be dynamic from the three-point line outside of Jabari Smith. What does Auburn do? What does Bruce Pearl do? We'll kind of discuss that and love to get your thoughts. As always, each and every day, you can give us a call, 256-234-6221, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page, that's Sports with a Z, and comment away. We'll get to as many of those as we can. Don't know, are we up on Facebook yet? Possibly. I haven't gotten a notification of that. It may just be my phone. Are we up? We are up. Thank you. Okay, just checking with the man behind the glass. Caleb, good to see you today. How's it going?
That's going good. Just another week trying to get it rolling here. So
Caleb sends me a picture of a screw the size of an ant. I mean, it looks like a railroad spike.
Yeah.
In your tire today. That's always fun on a Monday.
Yeah.
Why does it always happen on a Monday?
It actually happened yesterday. I just had to get it fixed today. So shout out to my future brother-in-law. He's good with cars, so he's able to patch it up for me. And
did you just put the spare from your?
No, it's normal tire. Just patch it up. So he works at a car place and told me to just bring it in, and So I did, and so
it's always nice to know people.
yeah, you got to have connections. That's what I've been working on. That's what I've tried to do: make connections and know the right people. And that always gets you far in life. But it's good. I mean, I was able to sit around and watch a lot of sports this weekend. Braves are disappointing me right now for sure. I actually didn't get to watch a lot of the draft because I was traveling around and doing stuff. And so I wasn't able to watch a ton of it. But, I mean, as you said, it wasn't very eventful for Auburn, which to me had to be kind of expected going in a little bit. I mean, even some of the guys that left, it's like Slade Bolden for Alabama. Like, that was some of my friends were like, I can't believe Slade didn't get drafted. I'm like, I expected him to not get drafted. Like, when he announced, I said, he's not going to get drafted. Who's taking him? He ran a 4.64. So, there's some guys for Auburn that they left, and you were kind of going, well, what do we like? Who's giving you the advice to do this? Or they just really want it out that bad. It's like, I don't want to transfer anywhere. I don't really want to be here anymore. I can leave. So let's just.
Well, how people always talk about good bow and bad bow.
Yeah.
Well, there was good smoke and there was bad smoke.
Yeah.
There were at times, Smoke Monday, you would look at him and he would make a play and you go, wow, that guy, he could probably have a future at the next level. And then there would be another play where you'd go, man, I'm ready for this guy to leave off.
I think Smoke Monday can play in the NFL. I think Smoke Monday needs to play closer to the line of scrimmage. That's what I think.
He's a thumper.
Yeah, I mean, I think similar to how, like Mark Barron, in order for him to prolong his career in the NFL, he had to kind of move up, and he played like a kind of hybrid outside linebacker. He was just closer to the ball where he followed, H-backs and stuff around. Smoke's big enough to do that. I mean, I think that's where he could fit with the defense as a guy that plays up closer on the ball with somebody, can kind of match up with some tight ends, match up with some slot receivers, and I think that he could find a home if he gets with the right team and the right system. And that's the key. We talk about all these guys all the time, but that's the key with everybody is getting in the right system and the place that fits you the best and that can work to your skill set. I mean, Minkah Fitzpatrick's a perfect example of that from Alabama. He wasn't playing that good for the Dolphins, and they were limiting his skill set. He goes up to the Steelers, and they say, hey, go do what you did at Alabama and make plays. And he's making plays and has become one of the better defensive backs in the NFL. So it's all about just like where you fit and what ends up working best for you. And if he can find the right place, I mean, I think, like you said, he showed flashes where you go, that guy's an NFL player. So, but then a couple other ones that left, I think you looked at it. I mean, like Chandler Wooten, I never really saw him having a chance to get drafted. I mean, he was always a guy that you kind of just went, oh, he may get picked up by somebody, but I mean, I don't see much of a future. I don't really get the decision. Whereas he could have came back, made some NIL money, been a part of a really good defense this year. I mean, that's why I don't get some of the decisions, and I just question who's giving some of these guys advice. And then you also want, academics play a reason. I mean, maybe he couldn't, maybe he wasn't going to be eligible next year. I mean, you don't know. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a couple of the guys that were listed on here that you kind of looked at that did decide to leave early, where you're just kind of like, oh no, I don't get that decision.
Yeah. Well, McCreary's taken by the Titans in the second round, the number 35 pick.
Yeah, and everybody knew he was going to get drafted.
It was just a matter of when that was going to take place. Malik Willis slides all the way down to the third round. He was the third quarterback taken after Cincinnati's quarterback. What do you make of that?
I don't know. I mean,
I'll be honest with you. I told somebody, we were talking Friday. I look at Malik Willis and I think, that guy's got some skill, but I just don't know if he doesn't.
The ability's there. He's just, he's really, I mean, there was a lot. What people have to realize is, he was really good at Liberty, but he also did a lot of it, just kind of doing his own, like where he's running around, he's making plays after breaking the pocket, and he's threatening to scramble, and here comes the defense collapsing. And like in the NFL, it's just a lot different with that, and you have to be able to go through progressions and go through reads. And when you're taking a guy in the first round, your goal should be, all right, I'm taking a guy who I believe can come in and play for us within the next couple of years, unless you're like Green Bay. I understand why Green Bay took Jordan Love when they took him and like what the thought process was, and you're kind of thinking Aaron Rodgers may be going to retire at, because he had talked about he didn't really want to play into his 40s. Now all of a sudden he wants playing into his 40s. So, but for the most part, you're taking a first-round quarterback to come in and be ready to play, and none of these guys you really looked at and said, hey, they're ready to come in and just play in the NFL, and definitely not Malik Willis. I mean, he's a guy that's going to have to sit 2 or 3 years and really have to learn an NFL system. But maybe Tennessee is a good place for him to be able to do that as well.
Smoke Monday signs a free agent deal with the Saints. Jacoby McClain signs a free agent deal with the Ravens. I always like it when these Auburn guys end up with the Ravens. They seem to
Well, the Ravens develop well.
They do,
Yeah.
and it seems like that's a good play. I still believe Jacoby McLean's got a future in the NFL. I don't know how long it will be, but
I think
that
his
guy's just a
injury
football player.
history had a lot to do with him not getting drafted. I mean, same with a guy like Justin Ross, and same with a guy like Nakobe Dean and why he fell. I mean, it started coming out, hey, he opted not to have surgery on his shoulder and not have, so these guys are investing money in these people, and you don't want to invest money in a guy who's going to come in broken, and so he's a guy that dealt with a lot of injuries, and so a lot of times those guys are going to have to come in and really earn their way as a free agent, and that's what he's going to have to do. But does he have the ability to do it? 100%.
T.D. Moultrie goes to the Steelers, or signs with the Steelers. Bradarius Ham signs with the Ravens. Demetrius Robertson, the Georgia transfer to Auburn, played his senior year there, or graduate student year there with the Seahawks. So T.D. Moultrie is one interesting. I think the guy, showed some flashes there finally that he could be a pass rusher. He's one of those kinds of guys that if there's going to be somebody that there are certain guys that excel at the pro level that aren't good in college for whatever reason.
Well, you get time to focus on football.
Could be one of those guys. I'm not saying he will be, but if there's one guy on that page that has some ability and it could excel at one position, probably defensive end in the NFL, that might be a welcome change for him. We'll see. But hopefully, anyway, and hopefully the draft, and I think it will be. There's some guys that could have come out this year that would have been drafted, like a Colby Wood, that ended up decided to come back, which, obviously that's a good thing for Auburn. So maybe bodes well for this upcoming season. All right, we're just getting started here on this edition of the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed, and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of the brand new Chevrolet Silverado Trail buses. The full-size pickups equipped for off-roading adventures. They're ready to roll. Now at Glenn Smith Chevrolet and discounted up to $5,000 off while they last. And you can get 0% financing on many new Chevrolet cars, trucks, and SUVs.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Caleb here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Talking about the Auburn baseball team, they go up to Knoxville and lose 2 of 3. It was kind of a disaster. It started off, as a disaster. You lose Hayden Mullins. His arm tightens up on him. He only is able to go an inning and 2/3. And then, Blake Burkhalter, his hamstring tightens up on him. He ends up coming in, a guy that has just been absolutely unhittable most of the year, and gives up the grand slam. And it got worse from there. Auburn gives up 15 runs in the last 2 innings and loses, just gets ushered out. But I think it speaks pretty highly of the character of the team for them to be able to come back and put it together and get the win on Saturday. And hats off to Connor Copeland, the sophomore, coming in and getting it done in relief, and going 2 innings and getting the win and being able to close that game out the way he did. Trace Bright gave you an opportunity, kept you in the game as well. And then, Joseph Gonzalez on Sunday, it just, they has a bad first inning, first one really he's had this year. But he's able to get it all together, continues to pitch extremely well. And it just, Tennessee, you give them credit. They, got a homer late, a 2-run home run to put the game away. And you got a guy coming out of the bullpen throwing 105 miles an hour. If that, I have to believe that radar gun's juiced a little bit. But, dude, he is – yeah, he was the flamethrower. There ain't no doubt about that.
I mean, yeah, he throws really, really hard. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand how he ended up at Tennessee. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
figure
That's
out.
a great question.
Yeah.
How in the world? I mean, he was just you throw 100+ miles an hour fastball, and then you break off, these sliders that are just exploding at the plate, and it was.
I mean, they've basically got their own version of Jordan Hicks on their, on their pitching staff. I mean, his ball runs crazy. I don't see how the catcher catches it. I mean, I caught, and 105 that's humming it. So, I mean, I know what 96 looks like, and I couldn't imagine what about 9 miles an hour looks
but
like.
We were talking about this series. I guess it was last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, and you said, when Auburn goes up there to play. You said you're going to find out Tennessee is about as sorry a team
very unlikable.
As far as their antics and unlikable they are. And you were exactly right.
Yeah.
And Alabama beat them, and they wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Auburn beat them, and they wanted to fight. Bobby Pierce, puts one in into the seats, and it's kind of and it wasn't a walk-off, but it basically ended up being
he didn't put it in the seats. He put it over the seat.
Yeah,
that ball's crushed.
He was crushed.
That ball's crushed.
But they
look, the thing with the bat flip,
Vitello, is the one start. I mean,
he threw the bat.
Threw the bat.
I mean, and he didn't throw the bat towards Tennessee's dugout either. He flipped it, and if you know how a bat is, it hit the top and then hit the handle and then went back, and it ended up over towards the dugout. And, like, I get he's upset at the moment, but you can't throw a bat at a bunch of college kids the way he did. And I don't understand how he didn't get any – I mean, he's already been suspended for bumping into the umpire and stuff, and now – it's going to let a guy throw a bat at a bunch of kids. I mean, I don't understand it. So I know this. They didn't want any of Tim Hudson. That's
I was
going to
say it was funny. Gabe Gross and Tim Hudson were the one leading the pack.
Yeah,
like those two dudes. They had been in a brawl before. You know, you could tell it was. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, they didn't want any of Tim Hudson. I wouldn't mess with somebody from Phoenix City. That's for sure. I'd be very careful.
Yeah, but. So anyway, Tennessee, I give them credit. They continue to roll on 19-2. They are a scary lineup. They can hit.
They're good. Look, they've gotten a lot. I mean, they've played no non-conference road games the whole entire season. Every non-conference either been a neutral site game or it's been at home. And their SEC schedule has been super favorable up until this weekend. I mean, Auburn's the first team with a winning record that they have faced off against. And the best team they'd played before that was Alabama, and they, 2 out of 3 them, but they also lost a game against them. Auburn's the best team. They lost a game against them. So, yeah, they swept some teams. Vandy's turned out to not be as good as we thought they were going to be. Ole Miss turned out to not be as good as we thought they were going to be. And so, they've done some good stuff, but I like we were talking about, they're going to end up running into somebody. They're going to probably make the College World Series because they're going to host a regional and they're going to host the Super Regional, but they're going to get to a way bigger ballpark, and I'm going to be interested to see if the ball flies the way that it does there in Knoxville because there's something different up there about the way the ball gets out. And it's a small place. I mean, it's 390 in center field. It's 320 with a 2-foot fence in right field. So it plays to their strengths a little bit, whereas we've seen the ballpark in Omaha is a lot bigger.
Yeah, it was. They are very, very unlikable, and they play it up, and they embrace that.
Yeah,
and
I'd love to see them go 0-2 again in Omaha.
We were talking. Yeah, I think you're getting a good chance to see though. It's typical kind of bully mentality. Once you push back, they don't quite know how to handle it.
Yeah,
and it gets in their head a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see. And that's why we were talking before the show. I just don't think they're going to win it all. I mean, everybody says, they're.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know Vitello as a person, and maybe when you go meet him on a recruiting visit, he, you know how coaches are, they can spew this bull crap about we're going to, make you act this way and you're going to do this, and then you get there and it ain't close to any of that. And I'm sure that he's probably that type of guy. How many parents are watching him this year and going, oh, that's the type of guy I want leading my kid. That's who I want. Yeah. That's who I want to mold my kid into a young man. I mean, a guy who throws a bat at other kids, goes crazy when other teams, do the stuff that he preaches to his kids to do. I mean, he's encouraging it. And it'll be interesting to see if he can continue this long term.
That will be interesting.
And, the Tennessee fans love it, because they're just starving for something because they've sucked for a long time at everything. So they're starving for something right now just to be good at, and they're trying to latch on to baseball right now. It's really funny to watch.
Yeah, well, they're going to latch on to it, and they do. And they were, the fans were about as bad as the players.
Yeah.
You got Bush Thompson trying to attend to see if Blake Burkhalter can even go, and they're booing him in the stands.
Yeah.
Tennessee fans. It is what it is. All right, we're up against another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Caleb here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. We're brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama. For all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be, go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. Ty comments, he said, man, what a big play. Big pickup that was for Bruce with John I. Broom committing to Auburn. And how you said it was nice how the backfire happened. Tennessee walks Sonny DeShera, and Bobby Pierce hits the 3-run homer there in game 2. That was a huge moment. And Pierce,
I mean, it was, but I know who I would take my chances with, too.
Yeah, I mean, it was the right call for sure. But it was good for Bobby Pierce because he had been struggling. Yeah. He's a guy that had some devastating injuries, that had been battling back. And to him to get in that moment, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the ninth, that was just a big time moment for him. And then he comes back and hits a home run the next day. So hopefully he can keep that going. Ty also says the Braves can't hit the ball, but I think they are close to breaking out. Started slow last year. Yeah, it did start slow last year. They never were able. It didn't even pick up until the All-Star break last year. But they need to get it going. let's go to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey.
Hey, James,
What's
how's it
doing,
going?
Andy? Caleb?
Doing pretty good. How about you, bud?
Good. I missed the opening of the show. Did Zabrowski McClain get drafted?
He, Jacoby McClain?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not. He signed a free agent deal with the Ravens.
Okay. That was one I missed, and I was certainly hoping he was going to get, drafted and everything. But if he didn't, he didn't. He may have the best chance of all of them to stick. He's a hard worker. Well, you know what he does. Hey, I got a trivia question for you, Andy. I'm going to put you to the test.
Uh-oh.
Real quick. All right. Who is the heaviest Auburn player to ever have played cornerback in a game at Auburn?
The heaviest cornerback to have ever played at Auburn.
It was one play, and he sacked two people at one time.
Derek Brown? No, I don't.
You're right, against that Ole Miss. You remember that?
When he came off the bench.
No, he didn't come off the bench. He was 5 yards on the field, and Big Cat Bryant was loafing off, and old Derek Brown, you could see him. He moved up, and when he hit that quarterback, that running back, I remember him saying that running back's eyes were bigger than $2 silver. That was the darndest play I ever saw, and it showed old Rodriguez was the offensive coordinator for Ken Luke that year. And I don't even know what he said. It must have been in Latin, but he wasn't happy. Yeah. He slammed his helmet down, his cap down, and about fell out of his chair. But that was the darndest play I ever saw. I had that one on my mind today for some crazy reason, which probably tells you a lot about me. But anyway, y'all have a good day. That was all I wanted today, and you got it exactly right, though. That's better than Britt and Scott did the other day when I picked on them with it. So.
Okay.
But anyway, take care, and War Eagle.
All right. Thank you, James War Eagle. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, you got a trivia question, by all means. We'd love to hear it. We need to pose one of those probably every day. That was one of those plays. You could see it coming. Everybody could see it coming, but the Ole Miss player, and that was it was hilarious. But it was not for him, but for everybody else for sure. Some more comments rolling through here. I'll get to some of these if I can. Let's see. Or maybe I can't. There we go. How big of a punks our Tennessee baseball team? They literally want to fight everybody they play. Direct reflection on their punk coach, says Brett. I couldn't agree more. Bill says Connor Copeland was clutch. That's not easy to say. When it counted, Connor Copeland was clutch. When it counted and Saturday, Bill's quite the linguist. Saturday night versus Tennessee, for a young kid in that situation, he was great, definitely. Justin says, congrats, Bob Kessling. He seems to be a genuinely good dude. I know he hasn't had much to be happy about regarding Tennessee in a while. Ty Sanders says, when the balls come to Hoover, those home runs will be long fly balls at the Met. That is true. It is a nightmare trying to hit it out of Hoover.
Yeah.
And that is true as well. Bob Kessling has been really nice, and he has come on our program for a long time. You know, it's kind of an annual thing on Sports Blitz when we do the SEC preview that he would come on. He'll come on and talk, and he is a really nice guy, and he it's been kind of depressing to hear him talk about Tennessee for the last decade, really. But this baseball thing, it's hard. I get it. Why if you're a Tennessee fan, you are on the.
You like it if
board
it's
with
your
it.
team, yeah.
But man, if you cannot handle when a team, beats you, that you just completely, basically, you want to fight every time it happens. It's kind of borderline on the ridiculous here. Yeah. What am I saying? It's borderline. It's over the line ridiculous.
No, it is. They're hard to support. You know, I mean, like, no, especially when it comes to like baseball. I normally support the SEC, and I just.
Oh yeah, I'll pull for Vandy. I'm
pulling for Tennessee. I mean, I hope they go 0-2. You know, I just there's this one thing when you're. I'm all for having fun, and the game of baseball needs to be fun. Everybody's like, bat flip, do all that stuff if you want to. It's when you're directing stuff towards the other team. It's like I saw a video of a guy hitting a home run. He walks 80 feet down the line, flips the bat up in the air. I mean, like when you're doing that type of stuff, that's when you're crossing the line, and that's when you're going to get one in the ribs, in my opinion. And people can feel either way they want about that too, but that's what baseball's done forever. It's policed itself, and it's going to continue to police itself.
That's how you get ear hole.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that in MLB right now with the Mets and what's been going on with them. They've been getting hit a lot, so you do something about it, you know? Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
We're up against another break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker.
get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Caleb here with you for about 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Big Fish Real Estate. We mentioned John I. Broom, the transfer from Morehouse State. This is a big-time get for Auburn. He was the Defensive Player of the Year in the Ohio Valley Conference. Auburn got a chance to see him up close and personal as they played an out-of-conference game against the Eagles. So, he is probably not quite the defender Walker Kessler is, but he brings a lot more on the offensive side as he averaged 16.8 points and 10.5 boards a game last year. So, and he actually has 3 years of eligibility remaining. So, don't know if is this a 1-year rental? Probably, but nonetheless, he at least has some opportunity to come back if that's something that he chooses to do.
I mean, and it's not automatic that he's a 1-year rental.
No.
I mean, you look at NBA big men right now, if you can't shoot the outside shot, I mean, that's why Kessler is going to get an opportunity, because he at least shows the ability that if he gets time to work on his game, which is what NBA, you see NBA players improve a lot once they get the chance to really focus. And I think Kessler's a guy that once he focuses on shooting, I think he's going to have the ability to knock down some outside shots in the NBA. This guy may not be as good at it. So, I mean, he may be a guy that's just a really good college center that plays, college basketball for 4 years and is successful at it. So,
hopefully that's, one way.
Yeah, if you, as an Auburn fan, you would hope that, that you're getting a guy that's going to be here long term and can be a staple for you down low for 2 or 3 years.
I think he ended up, he had like 130 blocks or something.
Moorhead was good this year.
Very.
Yeah, no, they had a really good basketball team. I think they competed really hard with Murray State, didn't they? I almost beat Murray State.
I'm not sure.
I'm almost positive of that.
Okay.
But
that's good. That's good. If that actually happened, that's good.
Yeah.
But
it's a good get for Auburn either way, though.
Auburn, they're kind of replenishing. You're losing Jabari Smith. You're losing Walker Kessler. You're losing the front court. That's something that's gaining so much of attention. You bring in Johan Traore. He's a 5-star, 6'10" guy. Julian Phillips, is he still a possibility there? He's a power forward, 6'8" type guy. Chance Westry is, that he could be. If you feel like maybe he's going to come in and he can be that shooter from the outside that could lift you up. I don't think he's getting a lot of attention because you're getting some more higher profile guys, but he's a 6'6" guard. He and Trey Donaldson are the other two guys in the class that are almost kind of, forgotten now. Those two guys could make a huge difference. But Wendell Green, it's not to say that Wendell Green and Zep Jasper won't be better shooters next year than they were this past year. There was a time Wendell Green, he was making 28-footers routinely. But you don't kind of want to count on that, but
is Trey Donaldson now going to count against the basketball scholarships?
Considering the fact that he's not going to play football, I would
assume, yeah. I just didn't know how that would work. So coming in, was he a better basketball player than football player the whole time, or is it just a decision? He got there and saw the cultures and went, I'd rather go be a part of this one over here.
That's a good question.
And maybe that should tell you a lot then also as a football fan.
I think he was a 4-star safety.
But Kool-Aid McKinstry was a 4-star basketball player too.
Well,
so come on.
Well, but on the other hand of this, you guys aren't going to be rated to eye in football now. you could see how maybe their basketball stock gets bumped up or something. But if, the fact that he's choosing to play basketball over football leads you to believe he's a pretty doggone good basketball player too. So I think we got another phone call, Kayla. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Going pretty well, Frankie. How about you?
I'm doing good. I want to talk about the pro draft a little this weekend. I've got a major disappointment. It was really a down week. Central Phoenix City has had a lot of really good high school athletes that went on to college. The best, I've been watching Central high school football I'm 68 years old. I've been watching, I can remember, for 60 years. Justin Ross was the best wide receiver to ever play at Central High School. And it's just so heartbreaking to think that the kid had a medical condition. It's been repaired, but everybody knows that's the reason the pros didn't take a chance on him. And I'm just praying that somebody will, take a chance and give him an opportunity to play. What do y'all think?
No, I agree. I mean, it was his medicals that definitely hurt him. The fact that not only did he have that, what was kind of life-threatening, disease that he had that they've had to fix and stuff, but he, had a knee injury, had an ankle injury, he had all this different type of stuff. And it's kind of what we were talking about with Zacoby McClain from Auburn earlier. It just – these guys are investing a lot of money, and when you have that type of history, it's just hard for them, I think, to make that type of investment. I agree with you, though. I hope he gets an opportunity to go to camp, because I think that you could even tell last year during the season he wasn't 100% healthy, and I think he's going to get there. And I think once he does get there, he's a guy that can be a productive NFL receiver, because as you said, you saw when he was a freshman at Clemson the type of talent that he had, and he was extremely good at Central Phoenix City. But it's really unfortunate for him that he's had all this stuff happen to him, because, I think he was a guy that he would have been up there when you saw the 3 Ohio State receivers taken in a row in the draft, or, Jameson Williams ended up at Alabama, but he was part of that group at Ohio State. Justin Ross would have been right up there with those 3 in this draft, I think, had he not had the, medical stuff that ended up happening during his career at Clemson.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that Coach Jamie Dubose said he's probably the best wide receiver he ever coached.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
I'm interested to see how the Eddie Williams kid.
I watched him every Friday night. I mean, if there's one thing probably that Coach Dubose will admit was that maybe he didn't utilize him enough. He was that good.
No, he definitely was. I'm interested to see how the Eddie Williams kid that's up there at Clemson from Phoenix City does as well. I liked him a lot when he was there, and I think he's got a chance to be pretty good up there.
Yeah, well, EJ was really good. But there's a difference between being really good and being great. And I'm telling you, Justin Ross was special.
No, he was.
And he still is special. I'm an Alabama man, and he absolutely obliterated us when he was a freshman.
No doubt.
You stop and think, what kind of college career would he have had if he hadn't had those injuries?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Frankie, we got to go to break. Thank you for the phone call.
Fellas, appreciate it. Enjoy the show, man. Roll Tide.
Yeah, appreciate
Roll Tide,
it.
Frankie.
We got to go, and we'll ban Frankie from the show. No,
you can ban me too.
We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Monday afternoon. Andy and Caleb taking you up to 1 o'clock, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. 256-397-0248. 256-397-0248. Caleb and I are in the wrong business. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the phone call. Even from our Alabama friends, we appreciate the phone calls out there. It's all about investment when it comes to the NFL. It's all about investment. Yeah. And how much money they're putting millions of dollars into. That's why you go through all these and ask these idiotic questions. And any little thing to try to garner any kind of information they possibly can to say, well, we're going to put our money where our mouth is.
George Pickens is a first-round talent, but he went in the second round because he has character issues, and he has, people question how smart he is as well and stuff. Learning, it was rumored that he really struggled to learn how to run route, remember the routes at Georgia and stuff. And so all that type of stuff matters. We've talked about Nakobe Dean and him dropping. It's all, now Nakobe Dean, him being a third-round pick, they don't have to pay him as much money. That's what it's all about. Yeah, they look at him, they go, hey, that's definitely a first-round talent, but we're just not willing to invest first-round money into that because we're not sure we're going to get the first-round money out of that because we don't know if he'll make it or not. The NFL's brutal. Those guys are big up there, and they hit hard, and It's a lot on their body. So, tell you what's been, we're talking about the NFL. I'm watching a show on Paramount Plus called Beyond the Edge, and it's all these celebrities. Like, it's got Colton Underwood, who was on The Bachelor and then played in the NFL and then ended up coming out as gay and all this crap. But it's got Ray Lewis on there. It's got Mike Singletary on there. Ron Artest is on there. Jodie Sweetin off Full House is on there. There's a model that you would probably know her, if I remembered her name, I could say it. She's like 55 years old now, but she used to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated and all this stuff. But it's all these different type of celebrities, and they're competing out there. Craig Morgan is on there, the country singer, and I didn't know he used to be in the Army and stuff. But it's Survivor, but it's for celebrities, and they're doing these challenges and they're raising money for charities and stuff, and that's what it's all about. But like the challenges, have you seen like Survivor challenges? Like they're tough. Yeah. These are like to the next extreme. Like they were doing one last night where they're like lugging these like 80-pound crates a mile, and like it's crazy.
The girl
stuff.
from Full House is dragging.
I'm telling you, it's really like if you have Paramount Plus, it is really worth watching. And then what's cool about it is you can listen to Ray Lewis and Mike Singletary talk, and like everything that any conversation turns into some kind of motivational speech, but you can listen to them and tell like this is why they were good. This is why Ray Lewis's defenses were good every year. It's why Mike Singletary's teams were good and why his defenses were good. Because, just everything they talk about is being the best, striving for this, striving for that. And it's really fun to listen to them, like, talk and interact. And it just kind of shows you the different mindset that those successful people at that level kind of have and stuff,
Interesting.
It's really, really good, though. It's worth watching. I'm telling you, the challenges are crazy. They're, like, rappelling down mountains and, like, swimming out half a mile to grab something and then back another half mile with lugging it, and it's extreme stuff. It's Survivor challenges like taken up a notch.
Okay.
And they're having to not eat and do all that stuff that they do. They're out there living in the jungle for 10 days. It's pretty crazy.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. But it just made me think of them like in the NFL, and just like you can listen to their mindset and just tell like that they're just different. They got a different type of attitude and the way they view things and stuff.
Happy birthday today, Eddie Collins, Hall of Fame infielder. J. Fred Coots. He wrote Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh, interesting.
I did not know that. 1897. Lynn Evans of the Chordettes. Mr. Sandman.
Okay, I do know that.
Bring me a tree. And Lollipop.
Yeah.
Lollipop.
Yeah, I know those two.
Boom, boom, boom. Lance Legault. He played Colonel Decker on the A team. He was always the Army guy chasing the A team.
On the old one.
Yeah, on the TV show. The only one.
Yeah, the new one was terrible.
They're terrible. Yeah. But look, he had a great voice, and I bet he did. There's no chance that he didn't do like an Incredible Hulk or a Fall Guy. He was like in all those old 70s and 80s TV shows. Lance Legault. Engelbert Humperdinck. You ever heard of Engelbert?
No, I haven't.
He's a great singer. No, he's not a great singer. He's a singer. He actually changed his name to Engelbert Humperdinck.
Humperdinck.
Okay. That's not. You're not going to forget that one, are you?
No, I won't.
Clay Carroll. He was one of the better relief pitchers in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
Played for the Big Red Machine from Clanton, Alabama.
Interesting.
Lloyd Phillips, Hall of Fame defensive lineman there from Arkansas. Larry Gatlin of the Gatlin Brothers. All the golds in California in a bank? No. In somebody else's name? No? Larry Gatlin? Okay. Larry, Google that. He's pretty good.
Okay.
Lou Graham, lead singer of Foreigner. Come on. Oh, come on, Caleb.
If I heard some Foreigner songs, I'd probably know.
I Want to Know What Love Is.
I probably would.
I want you to show
Okay, yeah, I know that song. Yeah.
Okay. Randy Colley. The great Randy Colley from Alexander City, Alabama. Moondog was a tag team champion, WCW champion, tag team champion, 1881. Jamal Wiltz, basketball player. Ray Washington Traylor, also known as the Big Boss Man. The Rock, David Beckham, Jenna Von Oy, Kyle Busch, and Jared Salter.
Thought he was gonna be a great Brave at one time.
Yeah.
Turned out just being a pretty decent MLB player. But
he's already out of the league.
Yeah, I think so.
Still holds the record, though, for most letters on the back of the jersey.
Ted Williams, 21-30.
That's actually supposed to be. That's not Ted Williams. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh.
I was looking at Ted Williams, and it's obviously Luke Harris.
Yeah, over here.
He's Caleb. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.